This is so exciting. I'm going to be on TV.
We're all going to be on TV
We're
tonight.
Be on TV.
It's amazing. TV.
Oh, this was radio. I'm out.
No, Marc Lauder
no.
down. Marc Lauder and I are from Indiana. What's your favorite part of Indiana?
Ooh. Southern Indiana is so beautiful, but I'm from Fort Wayne, so I have to say that.
That's right. I lived there for a while. I don't remember it. The only thing I remember about Fort Wayne was my brother had a gerbil that he put in his fire engine garage that had a little twist on the side, and he said, whatever you do, don't twist the knob and open the garage door where the fire trucks go, because the gerbil is inside. So he turned away, and the first thing I did was went, whoop, and the little guy went, and I thought it was the funniest thing ever. I was 3. I was 30.
They have the best coney dogs.
Where?
In Fort Wayne, a place called Fort Wayne Famous Coney Island. My mom will actually get me a dozen of them for Christmas.
Really?
Freeze them.
Even
and
though
then
you
send
come
them
here, you'd rather have some...
I haven't been able to really get
Coney
around
dogs.
and see all of the New York dogs
go.
yet.
Nice show, buddy. Goodbye. Very good. Hillary Clinton, she isn't even in the 2020 race yet, but her people are already battling her old pal Bernie Sanders. Politico just published a piece about how Sanders would only fly around in a carbon-spewing private jet. Well, a surrogate campaigner for Clinton in 2016, she was lucky to have him. Clinton's 2016 Director of Rapid Response told Politico His Royal Majesty King Bernie Sanders would only deign to leave his plush D.C. office or his brand new second home on the lake if he was flown around on a cushy private jet like a billionaire master of the universe. Oh, yeah, then what was Hillary? Bernie's 2016 campaign spokesperson fired back. You can see why she's one of the most disliked politicians in America. She's not nice. Her people are not nice. It doesn't make me feel good to feel this way, but they're some of the biggest a-holes in American politics. Well said. All right, this renewed geriatric feud all comes as former Clinton campaign pollster Mark Penn tells Fox News Hillary could still run. So are we about to see another Hillary Bernie brawl? The panel is here tonight to discuss from the Greg Gutfeld Show, where she serves as correspondent. And National Review Online reporter Katherine Timpf is here, along with Trump 2020 campaign director of communications, Marc Lauder is back, and Right Turn Strategies president and LGBT for Trump founder, Barron. Party panel, welcome to it.
Hey.
Be here.
I hope she's running. I hope she's running, and I love that Bernie's gloves are off. And he's like, you cost me the nomination. I'm coming for you, witch.
I pray to sweet baby Jesus that she runs again. You remember how great that was with the Pokemon go to the polls and the barking during the speech? I would love her to do that again. And she would make all the same mistakes because she hasn't examined what she did wrong. She's blamed Russia. She's blamed sexism. She's blamed the New York Times. She'd probably come out and start barking all over again.
Yep.
I would love to see that happen again. I think she might be delusional enough where she'd actually do that because she just surrounds herself with yes people, not people who tell her what she is doing wrong, because she won't listen to any of that.
And here's what's interesting, Mark. Oftentimes when movie writers create sequels, they always make them so far-fetched, and they always take us so far away from the original, but what we really want is more of what we already love. And that is Bernie and Hillary and Donald Trump fighting each other in just political blood sport.
This is like Back to the Future 3. It's not because she's already lost twice. So, you know, do we really have a third? Do we have a third time? Does she have a third time in her? And meanwhile, I mean, but let's not forget, you've got the rest of the 25 Democratic field just tripping all over each other to see who can run to the furthest left, furthest towards socialism.
Yeah, that's right.
Meanwhile, Joe Biden and Hillary Clinton are just teasing people out there, whether they want to play kingmaker or maybe throw. I mean, it's just going to be very interesting to watch to see how far to the left they run.
Yes.
And at the end of that gauntlet, well, then now you've got
it's interesting
President
because
Trump.
in 2016, when Hillary was battling Bernie, she was trying to convince everyone how progressive she really was. She's like, oh, progressive's my middle name. They used to call me Hillary Progressive Rod Ham Clinton. And now here we go again. I feel like Tawny Katane rolling around on the hood of a car.
Right. I love this so much. I can't get enough of this. I've thought it's impossible that Hillary Clinton's actually going to run, but I see the one way she might. She wants everybody to come and kiss the ring so that she gets to be queen maker. And that's not what's happening. The Democratic field wants to pretend like she never existed. Because here's the dirty little secret in D.C. everybody hates the Clintons. When they're not in power, you hear about it. When they're in power, Democrats pretend like, oh, we really like them. But as soon as they're not in power, you hear the real stories, which is, guess what? She's a horrible person. She's terrible, and nobody likes her. She wants them to kiss the ring, and if they don't, she's going to toy with this idea of, maybe I'll run. Maybe I'll be your worst nightmare.
But I don't think that has any power anymore. I really don't. I don't think she would get the nomination because I think there are people who have learned her mistakes of inauthenticity who, you know, they will get in the race and they'll be like, no, I'm going to run this myself. And Amy Klobuchar's going to be like, yeah, I'm cranky and I'm mean to my staff.
Right, but you can't, and that's not something you can learn. She clearly tried to be likable. She clearly, you know.
She went to Chipotle.
She was like, I'm just like you. Remember when she tried to take the subway? God, there was just so much gold. There was just so much gold.
I'm going to keep reporters in this little rope pen. Don't ask me questions ever. All right, we've got so much more with the panel, including New England Patriots owner Bob Kraft. Robert, to you, of course. He's today officially charged with soliciting hewers in Florida. After the break, we'll discuss a libertarian solution that could keep everybody out of trouble. That's next. First, the New England Patriots had Spygate, and now they have Flygate. Oh, this will deflate your balls. Team owner Robert Kraft officially charged today with 2 misdemeanor counts of first-degree solicitation after he allegedly purchased some favors at an illicit massage parlor in Jupiter, Florida. While Kraft has had a Hall of Fame career in the NFL, Palm Beach prosecutors say he'll be treated no differently than an unsigned free agent. Watch.
And I can assure you that our office treats everyone the same. Whether you have a lot of money or you are indigent, we treat all defendants the same, and no one gets any special justice in Palm Beach County.
They got something special there. Prosecutors also revealed Kraft was caught on video at the massage parlor on the morning of the AFC Championship game before flying to Kansas City later to watch the Pats defeat the Chiefs. So will Robert Kraft's personal fouls land him in prison? The panel is back. Kat, Marc, and Chris. Chris, I will start with you. I don't like the New England Patriots.
I hate them.
But I saw the story and I thought to myself, this could very well be a consensual transaction. Yeah. Why are they vilifying this guy for paying for something that he wanted, even if you find it to be icky?
I don't get it. Look, I hate Robert Kraft. I hate the Patriots. I hate Tom Brady. I'm happy to have any opportunity to dance on the grave of the Patriots. But this is ridiculous. I mean, this is a non-story. Unless the allegations that they kind of were talking about in the beginning about that may be some sort of like human trafficking going on, and if he knew about it. But it seems like they're now stepping back from that. Right. So it seems like all it is actually just he went in and, you know, it was a consensual.
Is it possible, though, that, you know, let's say this is true, that the women who were involved in this were doing it of their own volition? Yeah. That these were transactional occurrences where both parties knew what they were doing?
Right. Then I don't understand who the victim is in this situation, right? It's just a business transaction. It's very fun to make fun of somebody for paying for a prostitute. That's definitely fun. But I think that's really as far as the punishment should go if it's consensual. I don't see how it's different to pay someone for something that they're willing to be paid for to do it in return for you. How is that different than, like, buying a cheeseburger? A cheeseburger is probably less healthy than what he did, actually. So I don't understand. I think we should just leave Bob Kraft alone.
Yeah, and human trafficking is a problem, and people being forced to do things against their will is awful. But you could also say that's fallout from a black market. You could say the same thing of drug mules who are paid a lot of money to funnel drugs into their bodies into this country because there's an appetite for it. And, you know, to say that all women who engage in this type of work are doing it against their will, and they are helpless. There's something very sexist about that.
And we definitely have to look at that on a long term. But here's going to be one of the interesting challenges, I think, is how is the NFL going to deal with this? Because they have come down late in many cases and probably overreacted or reacted too late in many. How are they going to deal with, they've dealt with players and domestic violence and in drug use and other things that are considered misdemeanors. Now you have the most powerful owner who's facing similar misdemeanor charges. are they going to come down on him
Yes.
the same way they would the players?
Yeah, and I don't want people
the Players Union is watching this.
to try to make the case that what Ray Rice did in an elevator is the same thing that
Correct.
Bob Kraft did on a massage table. They have to prove that Bob Kraft knew that these people were being used against their will.
And by the way, this investigation was not about protecting the women who worked there, by the way. You don't have a 4-month investigation if it was really about, if they thought they were trying to intervene to stop illegal, like, sex trafficking, you do that immediately. They wanted 4 months to get the big names, and that's what they got.
All right, well, Chris, Marc, and Kat, great to see you all.
Always great to see you.
Fantastic discussion. And the topical storm is